So what happens is your kidneys get involved.
That's right.
Kidneys are important, y'all. You need your kidneys. So you can't be over stressing them or giving them too much to do because you wear them out. So the National Institute of Health, they're such a good source. And I'm going to put a snarky face on for part of this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the National Institute of Health, they tell us to do stuff that's like, what? Look at the thing. What? But anyway, they definitely do that sometimes. Like food guide pyramid. What?
Yeah.
But anyway, so they went ahead and they said that diets that are low in calcium but high in oxalates is not a good idea. I think we can see that because if you only have a little bit of calcium and you have a lot of oxalates, it binds, calcium's gone, and there's still all this oxalate left. That's not what we want. But you do want to eat the foods that are high in oxalates in order to get the nutrients out of them and then excrete the rest. And that's where the balance comes in. So here's the brilliant NIH, right? Here are these scientists that are ultra brilliant. And what they come up with is a little bit of calcium and a lot of oxalates. That's a problem. Really?
However,
really, guys? I mean, is this all you're going to give us? There's so much more research to do on oxalates, and God willing, they will get that done soon. But in the meantime, we want to think about how do oxalates process in your body, and why is that a problem? So if you understand how they get through your body, it starts to make sense as to what you should or shouldn't be eating, right? So it's produced as an end product of your metabolism. So you metabolize, and as an end product is some oxalate. So it gets excreted. Urine, waste, it's gone. We don't need it. It's cool. But even if you don't eat any oxalates, say if you're fasting for 3 days, water fast, no oxalates, you're still going to produce some because your body is going to produce it as a waste from the process. So if you add a whole bunch more to that, now you're starting to get way too many, which again, the body's out of balance. So again, binding with calcium, zinc, all of these things. So what happens is your kidneys get involved.
That's right.
Kidneys are important, y'all. You need your kidneys. So you can't be over stressing them or giving them too much to do because you wear them out. Kidneys is where the oxalates get dealt with. And the kidney takes the brunt. So if you OD on oxalates, poor kidney, he feels it, and that's when we start ending up with kidney stones. Because too many oxalates, they calcify inside and they turn into a kidney stone. Or you get kidney disease because the stones are in there causing all these other issues, and over time we end up with kidney failure, kidney disease.
That's right.
Right. So what are we?
Because they're unable to remove the excess oxalate by that time.
Because they're all worn out. Like, leave me alone. Good night. Poor kidney. The other thing is there's a bacteria. There's a bacteria. You know how we talk a lot about how your gut is so important. It's so important to have a healthy gut biome. And if you don't, it's important to reset it. And we talk about fasting and different things to help you reset your gut biome. But if your gut is out of balance, whether it's pH, alkaline, whatever, then that's when you're going to have all these issues with digestion, bloating, gas, all sorts of issues, right? So think about your oxalates. We need to make sure that if you don't have the bacteria that breaks down oxalates, they're going to sit there. They're just going to sit there. And eventually they're just going to hound your poor kidney. And we don't want that. So how do you know you don't have the oxalate, the gut bacteria for oxalates? You'll know as you start getting more and more symptoms, it will tell you that. But in the meantime, some people have a really abundant amount of bacteria to deal with their oxalates, and some people don't. And that's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So the studies have shown that people with low levels of oxalate bacteria, these are the people who end up with high oxalates in their body. And the people who have digestive disorders and problems in their digestion, they end up with high oxalates in their body. So,
and one of the things, just to mention this too, Jamie, one of the things people do every day, and it's like their thing, and they need to juice. Everybody was juicing for years.
Yeah.
Juicing. Now,
That means taking juice,
Yes.
fruits and vegetables, and putting it in a blender and
That's
turning
right.
it into a juice and drinking it. Right.
And just drinking a whole glass.
Or, a tall glass too.
Uh-huh.
But that was the thing. Everybody was buying juicers, remember? Buying juicing machines to help you
Oh my
get the best juice
God.
possible. So, what about juicing now? So what do we want to say about that?
Yeah, but juicing in general can lead to high intakes of lots of things. Also, too much glucose and insulin. Also, you're just putting it all in you at one time, but there's an abundance of it.
I mean, well, just think
You're
about
not-
it. If you were to eat all the vegetables
Yeah.
individually,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't. So if I laid in front of you a pile of vegetables and a pile of fruits and said, eat all of them. 2 apples, 1 banana, 2 apples, an orange, a handful of grapes, a nectarine, half a pound of whatever, and then kale, and then eat them all, broccoli, eat it all. I'm gonna put it right here, eat all of it. Who's gonna do that? But if I
Nobody.
take it all and put it in a blender, you'll drink it all.
You'll drink it all. Yeah.
So if you're drinking it all, that means you're taking in not only all of that at once, all that fructose, all those nutrients all at one time, but you're also not getting all the fiber
No.
because some of it's going out in the part that didn't get juiced. So you're ending up with high glucose, you're ending up with high fructose, and you're ending up with high carb. You would have never ate all that. And so the juicing starts to have a lot of oxalates. And people who have juiced for long times with these kinds of things, they have run into oxalate overload for that reason. So you got to be careful. If it's too easy, it's probably not a good
That's
idea.
right.
Probably.
No.
So juicing in general can lead to high oxalates, a high intake of things that you would not sit down and eat on your own. So just think of it that way.
Moderation. Keep
Moderation.
saying it. Moderation is the key, and that's so important.
It
You
is.
you just can't sit there and just eat all that oxalate stuff and
Eating too much, eating too often,
Oh my
and eating for
goodness.
too long. Two. Moderation is the key
That's
to all of the
right.
beginning key to all of these healthy
Yeah.
things. Moderation. Start there.
yeah.